Hello, everyone, and welcome back to JayhawkJukebox. This is Song of the Week, and I'm going to let you hit him with it first. What's your Song of the Week?
Alrighty, my Song of the Week is Jane by the Long Faces. This was kind of a new find for me. I don't know how long the song's been out, but I think it's been out for a while. I actually discovered the song on TikTok, thanks to some of the shows I've been watching and their edits. It's a really good song. It kind of has like Wallows vibes to it.
Yeah, that's immediately what I thought.
I really like the guitar part, and I love the vocals. It's a very airy, breathy, little oomph.
I thought it was a vibe. I immediately thought of Wallows.
Yeah.
For sure.
It definitely has that indie, not pop, but not rock,
Yeah.
just probably mid indie.
I thought it was a vibe and a half. I was jamming.
I've been listening to that nonstop. That's been my go-to, turn it up as loud as, blow out my speakers. I've been listening to it 24/7. So that's my song. But what was your song this week?
Okay, my Song of the Week is Avalanche by Migos. And to enlighten the audience, last week, we made the discovery that Bryn didn't know who Migos was, aside from Stir Fry, one of their most popular songs, if not their most popular song. So I had to enlighten her this week. Yep, you. And I chose one that kind of fit her indie vibe still, but it's still Migos. It's still rap. Don't get it twisted, but
Yeah.
What'd you think?
For someone who doesn't like rap, I actually enjoyed it. I was hitting a little jig. I can't even lie. I thought it was really good.
Yes.
I'm not a big rap person. The only rap I like is Kendrick, Tyler, that stuff. But this would honestly go on I would put this on a playlist.
That is what I like to hear. Yes.
Those were our songs for the week. I'm curious, the Michael movie just came out, and we have a pretty big fan of Michael here, so let's go see what he thinks.
Thank you for that segue, Bryn. Welcome back, everybody. This is the Michael movie reaction from your Michael movie expert. Last week, I shared with you all some things that you needed to know going into this movie, as well as my personal thoughts. But today, I'll give you all my honest reaction and thoughts on the movie. To preface, I've already seen this movie 3 times, and I did indeed drive all the way back to St. Louis to see it with my mother for the first time this past weekend. The first thing I should mention is that just as everyone was saying, it is an absolutely electric theater experience. People singing, dancing, and even crying, and we don't have to talk about who cried because it's not important. So I highly recommend you go see it in theaters. But to start my review, I really think it was amazing. Easily one of my favorite musical biopics. It shows a relationship with his father so clearly, and how much their relationship affects him and his actions throughout the movie. We also see how lonely he was due to many reasons, like being too famous to make real friends, and with his brothers, he was still wanting to be a child while they were growing up, which caused a very clear shift in their dynamics and closeness. Also, his deep love and admiration for his mother and animals we see pretty vividly. Jafar, as promised, was a 10 out of 10. Genuinely, sometimes during those thriller era bits, I had to remind myself that it wasn't actually Michael Jackson. Coleman Domingo was also fantastic. He really embodied Joe Jackson, all the fright that comes with him. Just a little eerie. The music was obviously fantastic. We got a lot of good Jackson 5 stuff, as well as a solid showing of his solo career. The only thing with the music is they played it at kind of odd times, like an upbeat song in a tense moment. I think we could have sat in that tension a little more. However, the bits where we see him recording songs like Who's Loving You and Don't Stop Till You Get Enough are maybe my favorite parts of the entire movie. Specifically, the entire Don't Stop Till You Get Enough sequence was phenomenal in my opinion. This movie also does a really good job at showing who Michael was and what he really cared about. His connection to children and how sensitive he was to their pain at the very forefront of that. Now, I do have some issues with this movie. It isn't perfect, unfortunately. Really unfortunate. I do, however, want to remind everyone that this movie was severely held back due to legal and personnel issues. They had to re-edit the entire thing more than once. Diana Ross and Janet Jackson both pulled their names from this movie for undisclosed reasons, which, if you know much about the Jackson 5 or Michael at all during the 70s, they were a huge part of his life, specifically Diana. I have my own theories about why they pulled their names, but I'll spare you all for now. So besides those issues, it's mostly the fact that I feel they just leave out a little too much for their time period that they cover. We probably could have been served better with an extra 40 minutes of important moments and relationships that were just left out, specifically his romantic relationships and his professional and personal relationship with producer Quincy Jones, I think could have been explored with more depth. Also, I think we should have seen much more of the 84 Grammys that followed Thriller, where he won 7 awards for the album, and 8 in total, which is indeed a record. I do, however, understand even when splitting his life in half, there's still a lot to get to, and I think we still get a lot of good stuff. This movie is extremely entertaining. I could probably watch it 100 more times. Concert sequences are wonderful, and the look into the creation of the music videos, I'm sure, is insightful for many and something I found really interesting. The list is long for the things that I love about this film. The movie technically ends in 1988 on the Bad Tour, but it really ends in 84 at the end of the Victory Tour, which is his last tour he does with his family. They use the Bad Tour at the end to show that he does indeed do what he sets out to do throughout the whole movie, which is getting out from his family and living his own life, having his own creative freedom, and we start to see that. I think it also serves as a buckle up because this is where we're going next moment, and we kind of need that. With all that being said, my official score is a 9 out of 10. Could move, this could fluctuate with more watches, but for now, this is the score I will leave you with. For some updates on the sequel, we know again, because of those legal issues having to cut lots of the first movie, we already have lots of footage shot for it, but they are aiming for production to start in late 2026 or early 2027, which would more likely leave us with a 2028 release date. But for now, that is all I have for you. I encourage you all to go see this movie. I honestly think it is hard to have a bad time watching it. But next is Cooper with their international song. I'll see y'all next week, Jukebox.
Hello, JayhawkJukebox, and welcome back to JayhawkJukebox World Tour. If you're hearing a hint of sadness in my voice, that is because today's episode is our 9th and final episode. So, for this last episode, I know I have to give you guys something really good. So I am blessing you and gracing you with something from my personal collection, my Spotify playlist, which is entitled Cesspool because it is just an unorganized of like any type of song. But today's song is one of my absolute favorite songs of all time. I believe it was 2nd or 3rd on my Spotify Wrapped. And if you've ever been in my car at night, you have probably heard this song. I love it so much. So without further ado, today we are headed to France. Are you happy to be in Paris? I know France can give some mixed reactions, but hold on. Our song is Voyage Voyage by Desireless, or Voyage Voyage, if you're fancy with it. I love synth pop. If a song has synth, I'm going to love it 9 times out of 10. And I actually found this song one day when I was just looking for more synth pop songs. I actually think I got it from a Soviet synth pop playlist, which don't think France is included in there, but happy to find it no matter what. I love a late night walk or a late night drive, and this song is absolutely perfect for that. Like, especially if you're in a city, something about it just hits so different. And I'm also a huge 80s girl. And if you are an 80s girl too, or an 80s boy, or an 80s anything else, you will also love this song. And trust, a good like 65% of my playlist is from the 80s, so like, I know ball. Here, give it a try. You loved it. You loved it. I always like to think like 80s music and just kind of like synth in general, it sounds very like sparkly, and I think that's why I enjoy it so much at nighttime, is just because like, I don't know, it like gives me kind of like a midnight sky, like city skyline vibe. And unfortunately, all tours do come to an end. There is no revival and there is no encore. So I will not see you guys next week for this segment. I may see you on something else, but I will certainly see you on next year's Jayhawk Jukebox.
So this is a little bit of a different edition of our event forecast. Since this is our second to last episode of Jukebox for the semester, I'm going to send you guys off with some songs and concerts to kind of get your summer rolling. Now, I will preface by saying these are all at T-Mobile Center, non-sponsored. They did not hire me for the internship position I wanted, and that's okay. But still go to T-Mobile Center. Great venue. And to kick it all off, we have Bring Me the Horizon, which, from my understanding, is originally like a metal, heavy, you know, kind of like electronic, hardcore type of vibe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but they have gone pop as of recently. And because of that, they are playing T-Mobile Center. I cannot see the date. I believe that is May 12th. Thank you Bring Me the Horizon at T-Mobile Center. Tickets are $90. Moving on from that, almost a month later, we have on June 17th, Don Toliver. I feel as though this is a vibe for everybody involved. Don Toliver would be great to go see with friends, I feel. And that's right in the middle of the summer. Go have a kiki. $90, T-Mobile Center again. After that, we have the one and the only, the ordinary, if you will, Alex Warren. He is coming to T-Mobile on June 21st. Tickets for that are only $50, so definitely recommend checking that out if you're in for a laugh. August 16th, we have Megan Maroney for My Country Girly Pops. Now, tickets for this are quite steep price-wise. Right now, the lowest ticket price is $170 for upper-level seats. And by the way, guys, these prices are according to Vivid Seats if you want to go compare on your own. But that will be on August 16th. And last but not least, my personal favorite 100% will be attending this concert, J. Cole, August 19th. Right before school starts, again, $150. But would you really regret spending $150 for a night with J. Cole and some tunes and your friends? I certainly would not. So there you have it, y'all. Here are some concerts to keep on your radar for the summer. I would definitely recommend going to the city with some friends to check some of these out.
You may not hear it at first, but it's there. Our chant, rising. On this summit, callings converge, voices unify into a chorus that sounds out for good, for greatness. Can you hear it?
Hello, everybody. Everybody say hi. Hi. All right. Today we are playing a game. And as you may have noticed, I'm here with some faces that you might not see too often. We have Jolie here, our producer. Everybody give a warm welcome.
I'm so happy.
Fabulous. Well, the reason why we have Jolie out here today is we're playing a senior game. All right, I have some questions, some answers rather, from the seniors. And I'm going to be asking both teams who they think the answer belonged to. So, underclassmen, you guys will name a senior that you think matches the answer. You guys will also name a senior because you don't know each other's answers. And we're going to go one at a time. I will ask you guys the first question. Actually, I'm going to ask you guys this question.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love this game.
So, whose favorite memory is this? Whose favorite segment is this? When Virginia Haas and Peyton Fergus could not stop laughing and pull themselves together for music news.
I got an answer.
What is it?
Is that Jolie Brown?
It's Jolie Brown.
That's easy. That's like asking me what 2 plus 2 is.
Okay. So I figured I'd start y'all off with a softball.
No, I needed it. Oh, I
An
needed
easy
that.
one. An
I wish we
easy
had a
one.
clip to play. That would be awesome.
I know.
Go into the
guys.
archives, I guess.
I just realized I gave you the wrong kind of answer for that.
All right, y'all. All right. It's your turn. It's underclassmen's turn.
All right.
Okay.
Whose favorite segment is this? Green screen Halloween. 5, 4, 3. If you don't get it, it's going to the seniors.
You're right.
2.
We got it.
What is it?
We think it's Joe.
It's indeed Joe. It's indeed Joe Biondo. And you guys, if you're watching this at home, all of our clips are fully up on YouTube, and you want to go reminisce with us, go check out the clips. Shameless plug.
Shout out.
All right. Whose favorite song of the week is this? This is going to the seniors, all right? Love by Keisha Cole.
I got it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who is it?
It's Virginia Haas.
It's correct. Good answer.
That was like asking me 3 plus 3.
Put you in all these math problems today.
Shout out
Shout out
Mr.
math.
Rouhani, sophomore year high school math.
All right. Well, this
hope
one's
you're
I
watching.
feel a little tougher. And yes, it is tougher for you guys inherently, but let's give them a break. They're leaving. Oh, it's in their honor.
I'm working up a sweat over here.
Oh, that's fine. No worries.
Sensitive subject.
Go ahead.
Whose favorite song of the week is this? The Dress by Dijon. 5, 4, 3, 2, and answer. You're gonna give it up.
Y'all got
You
that.
go. Joe?
Seniors, got any ideas? Your puddle, maybe? They don't know either. You guys, if you answer before them correctly, you could win this point.
I have an answer.
Oh my god. Go ahead.
I think it's Jackie and Polsky.
It is indeed Jackie and Polsky.
Y'all don't even know me.
It
I
is
would have known me
indeed
if I was here.
Jackie and
I know you
Polsky.
sang Catch Me With You Can.
With You
Stream
Can?
on- stream on
Live on
Spotify.
stream.
Yeah.
Watch it now.
All right,
Not
y'all.
yet, not yet.
Sorry.
This is getting me heated.
It's a lot.
All right, y'all. This one's a trick question.
Oh, brother.
For who? Okay.
Actually,
We spun the wheel.
it's
my turn.
all right,
Just for
guys.
Jolie.
Are you ready for this? Whose favorite memory in college is this? Basketball game. Allen Fieldhouse. KU versus Arizona.
Oh,
And it's not who you think.
yeah, it's gotta be right.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Yes, I
Favorite memory is that? That's real weird. That's a
Right.
that's a cool memory to
Mine
have.
is just like, wait.
It's a really cool memory to have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever has that memory is really cool.
All right.
AJ, you
What's
came
the
to
answer?
terms.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Jolie Brown.
Incorrect! It's both Jolie Brannon and Jackie and Polsky because they went together and they were best friends.
Wow. That's
Wow.
not true.
You're the one
Wow.
that's
So you were
Fun
working
fact.
again.
Fun fact, guys. Fun
So I
fact.
felt like we should have gotten an
How was
answer.
that?
That was a trick question for real.
That was a little easy. All right.
Hey, that. So we don't get a point?
We had to do
You get a point.
We have a point.
You get
at
a
us.
half
do
point.
Can you say that was your
What are we
thing?
talking about?
Yeah.
Moving
It
on.
just says my thing.
Question for the underclassmen. All right.
That's what I was like.
We're getting to our final two, and you guys, I believe, are tied. You guys got a half a point for that. You guys missed a point, so we're like
Now does
We're
that
up
make
the
by
game.
Yes, we're tied. I like that.
The
We're up by
game,
one and a
the
half.
game is up in the air. It could be either of y'all.
Anyone.
Last
Alright.
last
Yeah,
question
right,
could be
right.
for like 30 points.
It
We don't
could
even know.
Exactly.
if
Who knows?
needed?
All right.
All right. Whose favorite memory is this? Catching a dub in National Student Advertising Competition.
Okay.
Whose favorite dub is, or whose favorite memory is that? Over here. How much do you know about your seniors? 5.
Did you say dove or dub?
However you make a W with your hands.
I think it's a dove.
It's fine. It's fine. I think you're right. I think
Probably.
That is true.
Joe.
It's Joe! It's Joe
Joe Mama.
Biondo! Joe Biondo, a national advertising competition.
Damn, this is a winner right here.
That's Joe Mama to you.
All right. And last question for you all, I guess.
For you,
Oh,
bitch.
Okay.
say it so somberly.
Whose favorite memory is this? Whoever answers first, or whose favorite mantra is this to pass on? If they had advice to give to college students, they would give this. Get involved in everything and do too much.
That's good advice.
Is
Whose
that,
advice is
Great
that?
advice.
Oh, she's got one.
oh,
She's got one.
is that Jolie Brown?
It's everybody.
Oh.
We all said that? They all
Pretty
said
much.
it. They all said the same thing, and that is their message to you.
We're genius.
This is us passing along
Wow.
Our wisdom.
That's
from
meaningful.
underclassmen
Don't we look smart?
to leadership.
Yes.
I was gonna say go hard in the paint, but
Same thing.
I'm more of a outside the three kind of player.
All in
On
all,
that note.
thank you guys for reminiscing with us, for reminiscing with the seniors and our underclassmen who are going to be letting go of y'all soon. So sad.
Oh.
Wow.
But we have one more episode left.
Yeah, don't
Do not fret.
One whole one.
One whole one left. And yeah, I think we're moving it on to the next segment. Thanks for joining us, y'all.
Hey Jukebox, it's Emerson doing a bit of a playlist spotlight for you this week. The playlist I'm going to be spotlighting this week is this one. It's called Are We Rocking With This? Disclaimer, it's not a rock playlist. It's actually like the opposite. I like to consider this, people like to say like their sad playlist. You could call this my sad playlist. I like to think of it as more in a psychological sense of like laying in your bed late at night, staring at the ceiling after like a hard day's work. That's this type of playlist. And I know I'm going to get some flack for that. People are going to be like, wow, that is like crazy. But I just have a really big interest into this type of niche. There's a lot of artists who do this like ambiance, instrumental-ish style really, really well. So this playlist is 72 songs. It's about 5 hours long. It's also an Apple Music playlist. So if you were looking for a playlist for me to give you through Spotify, that's not really gonna happen, unfortunately, but hopefully you like it anyways. So there's a very large assortment of artists that appear on this playlist. Some are just singular songs, and some I have many songs. I'm a very big fan of Quedeca, and his music shows up a lot on here. His song Born Yesterday kind of birthed this playlist for me, and I've just always really curated it around the song. But there's also a lot of Sufjan Stevens, who I love. No Shade in the Shadow of the Cross was amazing, as well as I really like Alex G. She has a lot of underground names and accounts that he releases music on that just hide their identity through solo work or other accounts, and I don't really like that because then it makes hard to find it. But anyways, there's also some good instrumental ambiance type songs. Henson does a little bit of an instrumental thing. Conor Oberst / Bright Eyes, like I said, band versus solo, just because I love Conor Oberst. And his vibe doesn't exactly fit this playlist, at least not his solo work, but we make exceptions sometimes. Some other random songs include this Current Joy song, Become the Warm Jets, 10,000 Pines, and Shotgun, and all of these other songs that are just kind of fit this little vibe that I've created when I'm feeling thoughtful, maybe. But yeah, that is my playlist. I hope you enjoyed, and let's kick it over to the next segment.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Jukebox News Flash, where we'll be recounting the top music news stories from the past week.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Wambui.
Ariana Grande stunned fans this week with the announcement of her new album titled Petal. It comes after the Wicked actress previously shared that she was not planning on releasing any new music anytime soon. It's the pop powerhouse's 8th studio album and is slated for release in late July. She shared the simple black and white cover art for the project on her social media Tuesday. Petal follows Grande's 2024 hit album Eternal Sunshine, which is known for #1 hits like We Can't Be Friends.
Pop star Olivia Rodrigo announced a North American and European tour today. The Unraveled tour will start in the fall and bleed into 2027. Her album, You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love, is the follow-up to her wildly successful 2023 album, Guts. Guests such as Wolf Alice and The Last Dinner Party will join her on her tour.
Nedra Talley Ross, the last surviving founding member of the Ronettes, has passed away at the age of 80. The group is known for hits such as Be My Baby and Chapel of Love. After the group disbanded, Ross continued to produce solo music. She is remembered as a voice that defined a sound that would change music forever.
David Byrne is bringing his Who is the Sky tour to Kansas City's Starlight Theater this Sunday, May 5th at 7 p.m. Byrne's sound can be described as something like experimental rock, pop, and funk. There are still tickets left in the right and left terrace and can be purchased at kcstarlight.com.
Irish band Kneecap shared a short film called Irish Goodbye, featuring Kay Tempest to accompany their new album, Fenian, which drops this Friday. The 12-minute piece features Liam Cunningham, DJ O'Kane, and is dedicated to founding member Mowgli Map's mother, reflecting on her loss due to suicide. Janet Jackson is set to make an appearance at the Grammy Hall of Fame Gala on May 8th to celebrate her induction of her album Rhythm Nation 1984 into the Grammy Hall of Fame that will be held at the Beverly Hilton Hotel in Los Angeles. There will also be a performance from soul legend Erykah Badu.
Oh, I love Erykah Badu. Me too. And now, here's a list of the new music dropping this week. Fine Place to Die by Alex Warren, Hands on Me by Becky Hill, Bleachers with I'm Not Joking, Fenian from Kneecap, It's Okay from Bryson Tiller, You Should Care by Guestless, and Baby Girl by JPEG Mafia.
That's all for Jayhawk Jukebox this week. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you again next Thursday. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Jayhawk Jukebox and catch these clips on our YouTube channel, also called Jayhawk Jukebox.
Have a great weekend, Jayhawks.